Welcome in. Hi, Benedict, welcome. Hi, Danny. Hi, Sang. Hi, Mohammed, welcome. Hi, Wimala, welcome in. Hey, Gary, good to see you. All right, we're going to be starting shortly. Hi. All right. Good evening. All right. Hello, traders, and welcome to today's Actions to Wealth Market Analysis on Sunday, 9th of July, 2023. My name is Lenka Taylor, and I will be going through about 7 trade setups. And I'm not feeling very well today, so after I finish, I will log off, but Sam will stay on and play Orlando's video. Okay, so hang around, and you will also get Orlando's analysis as well. So let me share my screen. Okay, we're starting with Aussie USD. And at the moment, we're going in a bit of a range. So I'm not that excited to be trading this, but there might be a short opportunity, as in not a short, a long opportunity, but in the short term. Okay, let me explain why. Because overall, I'm still short on Aussie USD. It keeps rejecting and has not broken that monthly trend line. Also, on the weekly, we are still within that channel, just above it. So the next level is that horizontal level. So it looks like we might be going within that possibly this week. Otherwise, I would basically look for anything underneath to go short there. But at the moment, the way that it looks on the daily chart, it looks a little bit like a level of a retest here. So we had, let me just get we had a breakout from that area to reach this top, and now coming to back to that bottom level range. So from here, I would be looking at just just for this week, perhaps a little long opportunity as a short term. So not too long. I'm not going to look to hold it very long. Just if that pans out, depending on the price action. So yeah, if the price stays in that range where it has been, then I would look to trade it in that range, or potentially that range as well, if it stays in that area. Just for this week, though. If it does come underneath, then obviously looking for shorts then. Next, so what do we have? Euro CHF. So Euro CHF. So I was looking at this last week as well for a short, and I'm still looking for a short on this. So what we have here. So we're in a still in a downtrend, possibly coming to this level of support, but there's still a little bit of room. So if we have a look on the monthly, this is where we are at. So we have indecision, and just sort of bouncing between those two levels. On the weekly, We had rejection from the top, rejection from the top, another rejection from the top. So I'm still looking for short opportunities there. And on the daily as well, looking for short opportunities. This could also potentially be a shorter time frame trade. So if you look on the shorter time frames, any lower highs would be a good short opportunity as well. And the other Euro GBP here is Euro GBP. Now, I'm looking at short opportunities. I don't like where it is because it's right at the bottom. I would prefer the price to come up. So if there is any bounce and a lower high, then I would look to short again to that level, at least for partial profit. This one has a little bit more room in terms of where the price action is going between those two levels. So between there, and it's, broken from that previous uptrend. So it looks good to potentially go to that level there. On the weekly, we had definitely a break underneath. So any higher lows are looking for short opportunities, and also on the daily. We are now also under the monthly and weekly pivot. So that is a good indication as well that we might keep going shorter there. We're under that previous level of support, which is these levels here. So which correlates with the previous level of resistance. So that is pretty good as well. So short opportunities on that. Next one is GBP AUD. Now GBP AUD, it looks like it's still in the previous uptrend. So looking to be going long at the moment, unless it pops back underneath that previous level, as it has done in the past. So let's have a look where we are. We're trying to get up above that level. We had one close above, one below, one close above. No, sorry, the last bar is not finished. So we're still looking for short price to stay within that previous range. Here we have one close above on the weekly. So potentially, if it continues in that direction, there could be an opportunity for long to stay within that previous trend. But otherwise, if it does not bounce off this in the next, obviously, few days on a daily chart, if it comes back and closes below, then again, looking for the shorts there. Next one is GBP CHF. All right, this one, looking for long opportunities there. So at the moment, we're still, we're basically back into the previous downward channel. But currently the bias is long. We do have a low, a high, high, low, high, high, and again high, low. So looking for long opportunities from here. And also we have a bit of a break, you know, number of bars and retest of that level there. So on the monthly, we have a little bit of room to that level of resistance and what used to be support. So there's a little bit of room to the top of the channel. Next currency is GBP USD. Right, GBP USD, looking for long opportunities. However, probably have missed that. That was a little bit of last week's as well. But if there is any pullbacks back to the channel, the bottom of the channel, then I could still have an opportunity to go long on that. Because on the monthly, if we look at from the monthly view, we are in range in this area. We had a false break, and now we're back in that range. So looking to trade within that area. So there's still plenty of room from the monthly perspective. On the weekly, we are obviously above that bottom of the channel, but now also above that above this level of support resistance. We had 1, 2, 3 closes above, so looking to keep going in that direction there. So looking for long opportunities. So again, any pullback down to the bottom of the channel, and that would be great, and looking for long opportunities then. All right, last one is New Zealand JPY. New Zealand JPY is in an uptrend, but we are at the top of the channel. So there might be an opportunity to go short just for a little while until we get to the bottom of the channel. This is what it looks like on the monthly. So we are right at the top, and we're looking for a little bit of a pullback. On the weekly, we are right at a level of resistance. It's hard to get it all on this page, but I will do my best. All right, so we've got here, that's the previous levels of resistance. And again, now. So if I zoom that in a bit, maybe not much. So that's where we are on the weekly time frame. So we had quite a decent pullback from that level of resistance. Similarly, in the past, we had a similar bar here. And also there was another one here. Now, on a weekly basis, following those two, there was 1, 2, 3 weeks of price going down. And here there was a week and a half, week and a bit. So we may expect
All right, guys, how are you? Orlando here. I hope everybody had a great weekend and a great trading week last week. I sure did. So, why don't we have a look at what I'm looking at for next week? And let's start by looking at the DXY, the US dollar currency index. I'm going to look at the Japanese yen, which are the two currencies that I trade. I'm going to look at metals and US equities, right? Let's start with, with the DXY. Super bearish on the US dollar, right? There's absolutely no reason to look for shorts at this level. What I'm looking at here, let's go to the hourly. Now, I haven't seen this chart after, non-farm payrolls. On Friday, I only traded gold and US equity, so I haven't looked at the US dollar chart. So basically, what I'm looking at here is this. If you look at this, the US dollar price took out these lows. I am looking at this level as a trap. So let's go to 5 minute chart or so. I'm looking at this level as a trap in the sense that if I see a pullback towards this level, I am going to be very cautious and looking for all of this liquidity to be taken out, maybe to get short higher around the 102.90 level, let's call it. We do have a small imbalance or inefficiency in the market here. No, there's right now, I'm going to remove all the drawings. Right now, there is very little that I can look forward on the US dollar, setup wise, because of this pullback, right, towards my short level, right? So I'm going to see how it goes on the open, but talking about the Japanese yen basket, guys. Now, the Japanese yen basket is very bearish. But if you notice, let's go to the four. Actually, no, I'm going to stick with the 1 hour chart. If we look at the 1 hour chart, what you might see here is price, basing or creating, a base for a reversal, which can actually, be the case. But, the money in this market is made on the short side, but right now, I will probably be looking for longs. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to go here. There's a big imbalance here left on field. The market has to price itself efficiently in the sense that it has to fill these gaps or these imbalances or these inefficiencies in the market, right? But I consider this a trap too because of these lows. Now, if we go back in historic price action, actually, I'm going to go again, to the hourly chart. If we go back in historic price action, you can see that this is actually, the previous key level, right? The previous key level, this low right here. So if we go back to the 10-minute chart or so, on the 10-minute chart, this imbalance is even bigger. So it really doesn't matter because I wouldn't trade, the fill of this imbalance. I wouldn't trade. I don't have a setup on this imbalance because I consider this low as a trap. I showed you guys that this is the level or the previous broken highs. So what I'm looking at here is possibly a pullback towards this level, price taking out these lows, creating a new lower low, right? An impossible move higher. This is the trap, right? That I always look for, right? Weak players in the market trying to trade the pullback towards the previous broken high. So very often, what is going to happen is that this new low, right, will create a ton of liquidity in the sense that stop losses for these players are going to be placed very close to their entry. Why? Because there is no structured low to place their stop losses. So price is going to take out those weak players in the market, and the actual level that I'm looking for, longs on the Japanese yen would be around this breaker. So around the 69.53. maybe a little bit higher, right? Maybe a little bit higher right here. So let me just delete this line. Yes, right here actually. Placing my stop loss below these lows, so this move is the one that I'm looking for. Of course, that I'm not going to trade the Japanese yen basket. I'm going to go look for trades on the Japanese yen basket long on the pound yen or on the euro yen. On the pound yen, my friends, I would look for shorts if I'm looking for longs on, the Japanese yen. Again, I do not have a setup short on the pound yen. Looking at the euro yen, it's much better. This market is much better to trade the short side, the long side, I'm sorry, on the Japanese yen, in the sense that we do have actually we don't have this protected high, right? So I mean, I need to see how this market opens. But again, here is those weak players in the market, trading the breakout. The breakout of this key pivotal level on the previous lows and price. This entry didn't even got to that level. So very possibly we are going to get a sweep of these highs, right? For an entry short on the euro yen around the 156. I always place my entries below that imbalance because I do want to get filled. So around the 156.60, 59, 156.59, let's call it, with stop losses above the structure high, right? So if we go to the hourly chart, I would definitely target. My first target would definitely be, Friday's lows right here. And I would carry on the last portion of my trades towards this level, 155, the 155.10 or so. So we're talking about a possible 125 pip move short on the euro yen. That is if what I talked about on the Japanese yen basket plays out. Now, let's talk about gold. I am long gold, guys. I am long gold, right? I placed a long on gold right here. So my entry was on the hourly chart, right? I was looking at price breaking with the structure, changing the bias in this market, and breaking with the highs, breaking with the highs, and breaking with the highs. That means that I'm looking for longs, right? And more so because I think I went to the 8-hour chart. I was looking at the bounce of this key pivotal level. So this is kind of a swing trade, right? Kind of a swing trade. So if you look at this, this has been a key pivotal level in historic price action for a while, right? Just have a look at this, bounce or how strong buyers jumped in into this market here. And of course, when price broke with this level, this is the level that buyers were protecting. And also, when sellers took control of this market, this is the level that sellers jumped in again. So when I saw this bounce, right, on the higher time frames, I went to the hourly. Let me just delete that. I went to the hourly and I waited for the confirmation of, trend shift in the shorter term because I mean this is the hourly, so we cannot be talking about short term. But in any case, I was looking for this. This is the imbalance that I took my entry on. So, I placed my buy stops at the 1909, 80, I think. I took a little bit of water, on my boat in the sense that my trade drew down a little bit, but it worked out. It worked out because this was a high probability setup and I'm looking for higher highs, right? I'm definitely looking for, the real break of the structure, around the 1937. Let's call it 1937, 19 what? I'm sorry. Let's call it 1938 or whatever. These highs, right? I'm looking for the break of these highs. The main reason that I took, you know I think 70% of my position off here at the highs before after non-farm payrolls is because of this, right? Because this is such a strong level, right? And I don't know, no one knows if buyers are going to be strong enough to break with that level. And I mean, and I was trading the upside on a very, very, very weak market. So should price break with this level, right? And this is where I'm going to tell you what I'm going to look for, maybe on the 15-minute chart. So if price breaks with this level, there's a couple of things that I'm looking at, right? So if price, opens higher or whatever and breaks with this level, now I would love to see, first of all, a bull trap, right? Breakout traders getting trapped on the wrong side of the market and getting taken out, right? And then I would love to see a lower high printed, for fake out traders or weak short players in the market, um, and then uh, um, them getting taken out. And I would love to see an entry around the 1920, right, for further upside. But in any case, because of non-farm payroll Friday, price action is really, really choppy. And because of how my entry model works, I am not seeing very clearly what to do. Now let's go to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is a very, very, very funny story. I took a short here. Actually, my short was on the 3-minute chart as always. Let me just go back. So I took a short here right after the break of these lows. My short was here with stop losses above the structure highs. I took all of my short position off after this big, 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 big move to the downside. But if you notice here, we do have a ton of strength around the 15,030 level. Now, two things I'm looking at on this market. I am definitely not looking to buy, this, let's call it support zone, right? I'm not looking to buy these lows. What I'm looking to, or what I'm looking for in this market is for a rally, right? Um, and this is the question that I get asked a ton, right? Because this move was so strong, there's a ton of inefficiencies in this market. So which one am I going to trade? Actually, there's just the one. So I would love to see a pullback towards this level for possible shorts in this market. In any case, I am not. I don't have anything clear for the open, so I'm very possibly not going to be trading the open. But this is what I'm looking at for on next week. Trade safe, and I will see you around.